Hello and welcome to our channel. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Stephanie.
And together we clean homes for free.
In today's video we are cleaning a kitchen, and the format of this video is slightly different. So as you can see in the pictures, there is a lot of rubbish, but I did cut out most of the rubbish collection footage, so you just kind of see a quick 10 seconds here, and then I just cut to the actual cleaning because the angles were not great, as you can see right here, and also there was a lot of scrubbing in this one. So Danielle, you are cleaning the sink. What was your favourite part? I'm getting in there early.
My favourite part
of this clean?
Finishing the dishes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So this clean, Danielle was like, people are going to watch this and just think you cleaned the entire kitchen, as in me.
All I did was the dishes.
Because Danielle spent 2-3 hours cleaning dishes, but you don't see that on camera.
And do you know what? Every time I thought I was like, right, that's it, I'm finished, there was more dishes.
Yeah.
It was the house that kept giving me dishes.
Yeah, and normally dishes isn't something that we really do, but there wasn't anywhere to put them. And we just thought, that's probably going to make the biggest impact in this particular kitchen. But yeah, I noticed you bleached the sink. I've never seen you do that before.
Yeah, well, do you know what? You can't even see it here, but it was very, very stained. And the bleach never even got the stains off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I probably would, if I didn't need to use it, I probably would have let the bleach sit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was very, I don't know if it was tea stains down it or what, but...
So what was your least favourite part? I'm assuming you're going to say dishes.
To be honest, this was one of those cleans. Do you know when you're just like, I can't be bothered and I want to phone in sick?
Oh yeah, you
I'm the boss. So,
at this point, if you phone in sick, the clean can't go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah,
a lot of pressure.
It all depends on me. So I was just not feeling it. I was cold. I couldn't be bothered. I was having to do dishes. There was lots of spiders. But I soldiered on. We got it done.
Yep. You weren't ill this day, so no. There's a bonus. Yeah. You're not ill today, are you?
I'm not ill today, but we've been on a clean, and I've been around cats, so my nose is a little bit.
Yeah, we're both a
bit stuffy.
Yeah.
But it's not because I'm ill.
Yeah. So for all those people that have been commenting on our videos saying they're worried about Danielle because she's always ill, that here is one occasion when she is not.
It's been 2 weeks. Okay. I've been all right. And do you know what? It's funny. In the last 2 weeks, I've drank more alcohol than I have since we started.
She's back to her partying days. We're going to need to rein her in, guys.
So that might have something to do with it. The alcohol could be killing the bugs.
So what is that mark on the bunker that you're cleaning?
I think it's rust.
Rust. Okay.
I think it's rust from a pot. I gave it a good couple of scrubs. It just didn't want to shift. I got most of it though.
But... Oh, I just realised we weren't actually looking at the time, right? But see, when you clear that section, you unplug something without turning the switch off, and you just see me coming in and pressing the switch.
She keeps shouting at me for that.
Yeah, it drives me insane when you unplug something without turning it off. One of these days, you're going to get electrocuted, and I am going to have to remember how to do CPR.
Have we got insurance?
Yeah.
Can I claim?
No. not for negligence. What was I going to say about this clean? Oh yeah, I think your least favourite part, I think you've blocked it out of your head because there's a little bit later on where I emptied the bin that they already have and you cannot cope with the smell. So you literally go running out of the house.
I thought I was good with smells until we started doing this, and I feel like I'm getting more and more sensitive every clean that we do, because I'm just...
So Bonnie at A Beautiful Mess just released a members only video just to ask a question, right? Because she wanted advice before releasing her actual video. Yeah. So in her video, she is doing a kitchen as well, and I thought the video had paused there. I was like, what's going on? No, it's just you talking to me, I think.
I was like, is it not paused?
Is it glitching? So anyway, so she's doing dishes, and she's also really sensitive to the smells. and she is doing a sink, and you know you're really bad with sinks because of like the soggy and the smell. And so she was asking, you know, like she was dry heaving like what we do. And she was like, oh, do I need to cut this out? Do I need to put a trigger warning? And I was like, do you know what? Nobody's ever even noticed us doing it when we speed it up. So just speed it up and keep it on silent. Nobody will actually notice that you're dry heaving and stuff.
But the majority of the time there will be at least one moment in a clean where I'm like, and I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
And normally I'll step in and do whatever it is you're doing. But then sometimes like you're gagging and I don't know if it's the smell or if it's your actions, but I'm also like, because it's a knock-on effect.
Sometimes it's not even the smell, but sometimes it's like the thought of what I'm doing kicks in, and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm picking this up, and then that just makes me,
In this house, it is very much, this is going to be better, not perfect. So this oven hob will be an example of that, because on that ring that I'm scrubbing right there, that big one, I just could not get the edges cleaned. And I did start going at it with a scraper, and I thought, do you know what? For the difference this is going to make, it's not worth my time. So obviously we have limited amount of time in these places, and if I spend so long trying to get one thing looking
absolutely
amazing,
perfect,
then something else is going to go undone. So I was like, I'll just leave it, and if we have time I'll come back to it. Like here, so this is where I try the scraper, and then I'm just like, nope, no thank you. So there's a few instances that you'll see and you'll think, oh, you are not very good cleaners, why are you even doing this? But we're just there to make something better. It doesn't need to be perfect. Do you want to read out the story, or do you want me to?
You read out the story and I'll read out the comment.
Okay, so the person's story for this house, I'm just going to read out the message that we received. So, hold on. Sorry guys, this is going to be a bit jarring, but I just had to stop the voiceover because the thing that we had planned to do, we realised we actually can't do that. But we can tell you this story. So we were contacted by this person's mum, and the message was, my daughter has mental health and mobility issues and is on the methadone program. My grandson lives with his mother but is unable to cope too, as he is ADD and on the autistic spectrum. I am registered disabled and cannot help. She was in hospital in August with breathing issues and a leg ulcer, and I was able to shift some rubbish then, but it's really overwhelming as she is also a hoarder. I truly hope you will be able to help us. I have tried to source help from social work department and also the council housing officer, but to no avail. And then originally the family had some misgivings because they weren't sure, who we are, or if it was like if we were a scam or if we were actually going to help and things. So we were contacted a while ago about this family, but then it took them a couple of months to actually come around to the idea, and then it took a little bit longer for us to actually get to them. And this was one of those families that we had to reschedule after I had my health scare, so we felt really bad that we weren't able to get to them before Christmas, because they weren't able to have a Christmas meal in this house, that kind of thing. So that's their story, and we managed to get the kitchen done, and we have them back on the list to kind of go back and do some deeper cleaning and organisation of the kitchen, as well as tackling other parts of the house. So, yep. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, not really, other than the fact that, obviously she highlighted there that she did, she has tried to reach out, and obviously what we do, people are trying to get help and it's not even available to them. So it just makes you realise how important the service that we're giving is to people and how much of a difference it actually makes.
Yeah, 100%.
And people are ready to get that help and it's just not there. Do you mean that can make everybody, or the people in these situations, feel worse, or mental health decline? And it makes me, even when I'm doing these cleans and I'm like, I can't be bothered, it makes me keep going.
Yeah.
It makes me keep coming back every week.
Yeah, because in some of these, we are the last hope, and some people message and say that as well, which is, it's really heartbreaking. Also, sorry guys, we are in Danielle's car right now. I have had a hell of a week, which I might just talk about it in a live maybe. But anyway, we're in Danielle's car, so if you hear rustling, it's because we're both wearing really big jackets.
Yeah, and I keep yawning as well. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're probably wondering what's happening with the office. It's just, we're not there yet.
we're procrastinating and slowly getting there.
When it comes to helping other people, you got it. We're there. When it comes to doing stuff for ourselves, it's like, yep, pathological demand avoidance.
Yeah.
And that includes like replying to messages and comments and all that stuff. You know, I will watch the phone ring, as the saying goes. This washing machine is also another example of it'll be better, not perfect, because ideally I need to pull it out to clean to fully clean the top of it, because as you can see it's still really dirty, but I just managed to clean like the top lip because I was not going to be able to get it out of there on that day. And then as well, I didn't like put it on a clean cycle or fully clean the rubber rim on the inside, but I did as much as I could. And that the washing machine was probably my favourite thing to clean, because
I never even asked you.
Yeah, it just looked,
the favourite part?
That was my favourite part, was the washing machine, or maybe the floor. My least favourite part was the door. Oh my god, I am so sensitive to some noises, and the door of this house, like it actually makes me feel physically sick thinking about it. Like it just needs oiled or something. No, it was way like a million times worse than that. It was, and we had to keep going in and out to put rubbish out and to get the car, and it was, oh my god, it was horrendous. I can't even put into words how much I hated
would have been my worst part if we didn't notice it right at the end.
Oh yeah,
there was like a lip down from the ceiling. I don't know what you would call it, because it wasn't wallpaper.
It was, I think.
Was it wallpaper?
I'm pretty sure it was like
wallpaper.
Yeah.
So anyway, it came down a wee bit, and when you looked inside of it, it was like cobwebs everywhere. Like I don't know if you've seen that. What's that Harry Potter? What one is it?
The Chamber of Secrets.
When they go down, it's just like spider webs everywhere.
When they go and see Aragog into
Yes. See, she knows.
Yeah.
That's what reminded me of. Like that would be where they would go.
And when we left the house, Danielle said to me, she was like, I didn't want to say this to you while we were in there, but did you see? And I was like, yes, I noticed it right at the end when you were hoovering the walls. I was like, I didn't want to mention it to you in case you freaked out. So both of us
would have as well. I'm probably like, I'm not going back in there.
So both of us seen it, and both of us didn't tell the other one in case the other person freaked out.
And we also did nothing about it.
Oh yeah, we were not touching that. I feel like that's kind of Pandora's box. That's the kind of thing you'd imagine if we touched it, and like
some things are above our pay grade because we're not getting paid.
That's like that house where I spilt those tacks and just left them under the table.
Somebody else to take care of that.
I still feel bad about that. I don't really have much else to say, but I don't think we can leave original sound in this one.
Oh, sorry guys. I wonder if you count how many times I yawn. Let me know in the comments.
You're making me yawn now. Oh god.
It looks so much better though, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it does. You're going to see a lot of floor cleaning in this as well. I was determined. Like, look, you can see you doing the cupboards.
Yay!
You guys do see me clean a lot, but what you don't see is, as well as dishes, you know, Danielle cleans cupboard front, she cleans doors. There's a big like pantry cupboard behind where I am right now, and she like sorts in there out a little bit, not fully. That was something we didn't really get to that we would like to do when we go back. But yeah, so she does a lot more than what you see on camera. Oh, that was it.
We only had one camera.
On this day we only had one camera because Danielle said to me the day before, don't forget to bring the tripods out with you. Now, in my head, right, so we have 2 tripods, and one of them is a proper, like, actual tripod. It has the 3 legs. In my head, that is the tripod. But what I didn't consider was the selfie stick that has the legs that we open up that has 3 legs. Danielle considers that a tripod as well. And it is, but in my head, it's not. So I did bring the tripod, but I didn't bring the other one, the selfie stick.
Yeah.
So we were only able to use one camera. So that's why you only kind of see one of us at a time on this video. It was my fault. But in my defence, it just didn't exist in my head. So I had put oven cleaner on this while I was doing the washing machine, and then I came back to try and clean it a bit more, and it come a little bit more clean, but it wasn't perfect. I think I maybe try again with the scraper, and then that's when I decide it's not worth my time after that bit. So the scrub daddy gets good use.
Oh, look, there's me doing dishes.
Yep. You'll see that a lot in the background, Danielle doing dishes.
You can actually see on the floor next to like the mop bucket, there's a big bag. So once I finish the stuff in the bunker, turn around and yeah, there's a big bag.
A big bag of dishes. I was like, well, I don't even know what you're talking about here. Yeah.
Hear the disappointment in my voice, reliving the moment.
I had said this would have been a good house to bring like plastic boxes to put the dishes in, but we worked with what we had. There was some bags for life. We just used them. Our trolley barely fit into this kitchen as well. And the kitchen looks a lot smaller than it is, and we discovered, which you guys will see in a little while, is that there was like a whole other part of this kitchen that wasn't getting used. I mean, there was a door leading into another room, but the door clearly wasn't being used, so we moved the refrigerator back and put things back where they could go. What?
I missed the end of the wipe. You cut it off.
Oh. No, I think that was the wipe. I think it finished. It just didn't
I want to see this wipe.
So this one doesn't come clean fully either. I didn't have time to let the products sit for as long as I would have liked. And we're going to get comments like, oh, put cling film wrap or plastic wrap or whatever it's called on it and it'll work better. If we were able to leave it on for longer, we would have done that, but I didn't really have the time to do that on this occasion, because I do normally do that and it works wonders.
Also, you were very disappointed.
Oh yeah,
you
have to take the oven apart to clean the inside. So even after I cleaned it, like obviously you can tell it's not fully clean, but it still looked way better. However, the inside of the glass is really dirty, and I wasn't taking it apart on this day. But I mean, at least now they can actually cook.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main thing. I think the floors were the biggest transformation in this video.
I can't wait to see that.
I know, it's so satisfying. So before we started the voiceover, I was like flicking through the video really quickly, and watching everything happen at like 100 times speed is just awesome. You guys don't get to see that because I slow it down a lot for you. Although we keep getting comments to slow down even more, and I'm like, I feel like this is already pushing it for me because I watch everything on 2 times speed. And we get to use our Hoover again. I kind of cleaned the floor in patches.
Yeah, section by section.
Yeah, I should have had knee pads for this one. I was on my knees a lot in this house. When I first plugged this in, I thought I had it on the blow setting. I think you traumatized me after the last time you blew those spiders' webs everywhere. So now I'm like, oh no, is it blowing?
So now you've got to remember, if it's on the metal, it'll suck in. If it's on the red bit at the top, it'll blow out. See how it's got that bit there at the other side?
Oh, I was just going to ask a really inappropriate question, but I'll maybe wait until after the video.
Now I'm so curious.
I don't think our older audience will appreciate it. I'll wait and ask you. If anybody wants to know what the question is,
I'm kind of curious. I'm trying to think of things in my head it could be, and I've got a couple.
Oh, there was something that I was going to say about when I was doing these floors, and now I can't remember what it was.
There we go again. Another yawn.
If you do this, it's real. I used to have this book, right, and it was called Do Penguins Have Knees? Or something like that. And it was just random or why do penguins have knees? It was a random
penguins have knees?
Yes, they do.
Oh, right, okay.
It was a random book of random questions and answers, and one of them was about why yawning is contagious, and I don't remember the answer, and it drives me mental, but not enough to ever look it up because I always remember that it annoys me at really odd times.
I want that book.
I don't have it anymore. I don't know what ever happened to it.
I'd love to.
Oh no, I do know what happened to it. So a few years ago I moved house, and I was moving into a smaller house, and I actually donated basically all of my books except for my Leslie Pierce books, and that was it. I donated everything. I took it all to the library. It was like 2 or 3 trolleys full of books. It was such a sad day for me.
Are you ready?
For what? To know why?
Yawning is contagious because it's a type of eco-phenomenon.
I can't say it.
Phenomena. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say. Which is automatic imitation of another person's actions. It's behaviour that's shared by many animals, including humans, chimpanzees, and dogs.
So smiling will be the same, because smiling is just as contagious.
So that'll be another eco-phenomenon. Why can I not say that word?
If we ever need a tongue twister, we just have to have that word. Phenomena. Did I say it right? I don't even know.
Yeah, you did. I just can't. Phenomena. Phenomena.
Okay. So when I was cleaning this floor, I was using this multi-purpose spray that I used in the house that we cleaned at Christmas time, and it just cleans floors so well. And this is like a vinyl floor. This isn't tile, just for anybody wondering. Look at that though. The scraper is really what does the job in this house.
I think we used a scraper for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Different blades though, guys. We have a whole pack of blades, in case anybody's wondering. Like, oh, you just cleaned the cooker, and now you're cleaning the floor, and now you're going to do this. Like, we have a whole ton of blades. So I feel like I was quite good at moving the camera when I was doing this, because I would realise, all you guys are seeing is my bum in the frame. So even though it looks like, oh, it's not a very good angle here, I moved the camera in 1 second.
I wonder what I'm doing.
Dishes. Always dishes. Maybe it's a bit more than 1 second before I move the camera, but I promise you're going to get a better close-up look in a sec.
Oh, that was nice.
What, gathering up?
Yeah.
It really wasn't. It was, it was yucky.
What do you think that was?
Oh, I've no idea. Disintegrated food, in a mixture of grease and
Dirt.
Rubbish sludge. I don't think it was dirt, to be honest.
Everything but.
Oh wait, no, it might have been, because there was a lot of plants in this kitchen.
Yeah, there was a lot
Most of them were dead. But yeah, and look at the side of the washing machine. I forgot about it, but I go back and get it, guys. Don't you worry. I don't know if you see it on camera, but when I turned around when I was doing the floor, I seen the side of it, and I was like, oh, how did I even miss that when I was cleaning it? I go back for it.
Yeah, I binned a lot of plants in this.
Because they were dead.
Yeah. You actually held one up to me, and I'm like, put that in the bin.
You're more brutal than me, and also
you're not saving a dead plant.
Yes, but I have to believe that that's possible, because my plant is a goner, and I'm trying to bring it back to life.
Yeah.
So, I do not have a green thumb at all. And what was that meme that I sent you? And it basically says, I'm overwhelmed, but also in the next, I want to raise chickens and grow my own fruit and veg and start a new business. It's just
it's totally you.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed with life, but let's do all of these things. Yeah. And then you're just like, okay, and then the next day it's done.
Yeah. I don't have to say anything, I just need to agree. I wonder what would happen if I went, no, we're not doing that.
I'd do it without you, probably. I'd just be like, well, Danielle, you're missing it. No, I actually don't. If you say no, I'm like, okay, so that was just an impulsive idea and I need to rein it in. I tried to buy a caravan once, did I tell you?
No, but don't.
Where
would you put it?
Well, right, so this is the thing. I am so impulsive when it comes to everything in my life. But Pete, my husband, really, weighs the pros. He takes too long to make a decision, in my opinion.
Good.
But we balance each other out. So I got a little bit of money a few years ago, and I was like, oh, let's buy a caravan. And we totally went and looked at caravans and everything, because I was like, let's do this. And I was ready to shake hands and get this caravan. It was this fold up trailer caravan. It was so cool. It was one of the ones you tow with your car. Yeah. And I was ready to get it. And then Pete was like, babe, neither of our cars are even strong enough to pull a caravan because we had like 1.0 and 1.2 engines. They were just like, they were not going to be able to pull. There was no power behind our cars to pull a caravan. And so in the end I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not buying a caravan. And it turned out to be a good decision. So this is the bit where you kind of see like, oh, the kitchen looks really small, but we start moving things. And also you see where that little shelf is with the clothes and the blue thing hanging on it. We weren't to touch any of that stuff, so that's why you don't see any of that getting organised. There's a lot of camping stuff in there, I think, and the only really requirement of doing this was please don't touch any of that, it's all fine. And that was where one of the plants had spilled over. Also, you have probably noticed I'm not wearing a mask now. I was wearing a mask for the first half of the clean, and then I just reached my limit and took it off. I always feel like I have to comment on that now. We were kind of, during this clean at this point, we were kind of at that point where we were like, let's just get it done. We don't care if the camera's catching.
You get to that point towards the end, especially when it's like getting towards that time crunch and you're running out of time and you're just like, I need to just get this done. And focus more on the cleaning than the camera.
Oh, this is the bit. So when I was doing this, I don't know what the smell was, but there was a bad smell. Yeah. And you watch... You'll see you run out the kitchen in a minute. There you go. You just ran. I think I fell. Oh, wait, no, that mustn't have been it. Oh, you did. That was you running there. That was me going past you to take the bag out. Maybe cut it out when you run out, actually.
Did I not go out the back door at one point as well?
So, one of the funny things, and I don't think you can really see on the camera because of the angle, but there's a space over where I'm standing over there. And it was like a pattern on the wall where something had obviously been leaning against it and was no longer there. And this chest of drawers, this white chest of drawers right in front of the camera, fits exactly in that space. So that must have been what was there originally. I don't know why it was moved, but I just moved it back because it's blocking this exit out of here. And we were thinking, why did we not do this when we first arrived? Because we could have had this door open the entire time, which would have been nice.
I mean, the window was open, but yeah, the door. It was freezing as well, though. I think if you do it, you're never going to win.
There was a nosy neighbour when we were at this house, though. They kept looking at me through the window. Did I tell you that at the time?
Yeah, you did. She kept coming out to, like, hang one thing on her
Yeah,
washing line.
and like put one piece of rubbish in her bin. And I don't know why, it just so happened that every time she came out, I happened to look out of the window. It was just really like one of those coincidental. So yeah, that's us moving the fridge back. We weren't sure if this fridge worked, but then we had a look and it was plugged in. Look at how much space that clears up though. I don't know why the fridge was moved forward in the first place, but we leave a path open so that she can get to it and things. Do you think you have our spiel down now, or should I do a little marketing bit? Oh, before we do that, actually, just while I remember, guys, only 40% of the people that watch our videos are subscribed to our channel. That means there are 60% of you out there who are watching our videos not subscribed. So either you're watching and you hate it, but you can't look away, and so you never want to watch another one and subscribe, or you just don't really think about it. But if you could, we would really appreciate if you click the subscribe button, and we can try and get that figure down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, our usual marketing spiel is just, like, comment, subscribe. We have a members only section if you wanted to support us monetarily. Is that the word?
Mm-hmm.
Monetary?
Yeah. Yeah,
we also have a wish list, although we're pretty good on stuff that we need for now. I don't think we actually need anything off it like right now. Although we've added some things to it, like that helps the residents. So like there's bedding, and there might only just be bedding right now, but when I think of things to put on that can actually be sent to us, I'll add them on as well.
I think you should put on like plates and cutlery.
Well, I did think that, but then I thought, they're quite heavy and expensive, so that might be asking too much for people to send that.
Yeah, okay.
We can look into it, maybe you can send like individual plates. Who knows? I don't know. Oh yeah, that was, so you were doing that bit of the floor there and you couldn't cope with the sludge.
Alright,
And
yeah.
so you ran out that door.
See, sometimes it's not smell, sometimes it's textures
Yeah.
or...
The wet, sludgy texture is definitely a thing for you.
Yeah.
And me. I don't like
shivers.
it either. I only step in when you can't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I think this is pretty much it. The video is coming to an end.
Can I just add, we've not had any postcards in a while, guys. So...
Oh yeah, we don't have very many. We have a good handful, and we're we love the ones that we have. But
so if you watch us and like us and would like to join in and go on our wall in our office when it is finally done, send us a postcard. You'll get our information on...
It'll be in the description.
Just a postcard of like where you stay, what you like, or something nice for us to look at.
Look at the transformation. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you in the next one. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.